So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and I told you so. I knew this was going to happen. You know, we saw some of the stuff that came out from the president recently talking about the elimination of diesel exhaust fluid, and that I said it would be a matter of time before we see diesel deletes be just completely legal. I hate to say it, it's coming, and I told you so. Well, I guess I don't hate to say it. I guess I'm excited. So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. Before I get into today's video, we have to talk about the new giveaway truck that's going up. It has nothing to do with any other companies. It's just directly us with TK's Garage. You can get in by going to tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com, and you can pick up some of the wallpaper packs there, or you can go to tk'sgarage.com, also pick up the wallpaper packs there, and any of the merch purchased on the site, which ships usually next day, with all the appropriate tracking and everything else. This is why I'm going back to doing this. Is also up, and right now we're doing 2000X, and some items have 3000X entries between now and the 31st at midnight. So come February 1st at midnight, that's it, and then it will be $1 for one entry all the way through the month of February for the Ram 2500 Power Wagon, and that video is already up here on the channel. We did the TRX announcement last night, and I think later tonight we have a live that will do the Challenger SRT 392. So make sure you have that bell notification checked so you don't ever miss anything out when it comes to the giveaways or other stuff that we're doing. But like I said, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com and tk'sgarage.com. Links will be in the description. So getting into it. So the president did, made this statement, and if you haven't seen it, I'll put it in for you here. But he basically said, I got rid of the requirements for diesel exhaust fluid.
I terminated the so-called diesel exhaust fluid requirement. You know what that is? Saving family farmers more than $1 billion a year. And
now, it's no secret that, he says this and then does this in a state like Iowa because he's back on the campaign trail. People are so tired in regular America or middle America are having to deal with these emission systems and these emission problems, these overburdened systems that cause nothing but issues with these vehicles. Like having a diesel exhaust fluid system that you have to replace at, say, 45,000 miles or 50,000 miles. That's fine if you're under warranty, right? But most of the time, these things are failing right as they get out of warranty. And it's becoming a massive problem. And it's costing American consumers, families, not just farmers, just the average everyday person, thousands upon thousands of dollars that they don't have. Not to mention they already had to massively overpay for the truck because of these emission systems. So the DOT, the EPA, that's, Sean Duffy and Lee Zeldin have been working together on this. And I think it's the reason why Lee Zeldin hasn't come back yet with the pullback of the endangerment finding, because I think it's going to happen in rapid succession. I think you're going to have them do the announcement that they've completely got rid of the endangerment finding. Oh, and by the way, we've made this change, this executive order, this legislation, which is going up in a budget reconciliation bill, and it's going to hit like rapid fire, bang, 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 to roll back any and all emissions regulations on diesel vehicles. Now, why is that huge? Because if it's on diesel vehicles, it's also going to happen on gasoline vehicles. That means people that are having to deal with these active fuel management or displacement on demand or MDS if you have a Mopar, all of that stuff will be gone overnight. Gone. They're not, and the dumbasses that are getting into the comments and say, oh, they invested millions of dollars into it, they're not going to get rid of it. No, they can keep the technology. They know how to put it on an engine. I'm not saying they'll get rid of it. You know, a different administration could come in 15 years from now and make it, you know, mandatory again. So no, they won't get rid of the technology, but they're not going to put it on their engines that are blowing up left, right, and center because of these systems that are failing. They're not going to do it. General Motors will be jumping for joy not having to put any kind of displacement on demand or active fuel management on their V8 trucks. You can best believe it. Stellantis, I don't know. I think Tim would probably be excited not having to put that stupid MDS shit on a 392 engine or a 5.7 liter Hemi. You already have the e-torque system. Like, it's like e-torque and MDS. Like, you don't need all of that crap, man. It's just extra parts, extra systems, extra sensors to fail and cost your consumer more money. You're going to see, I think, one of the biggest renaissance in some of the most reliable trucks in terms of diesel and gasoline that we've seen in a very, very long time. So, you know, I leave the question to you. And I've seen a lot of the complaints, though. Let me talk about this, too. I've seen a lot of the complaints like, oh, my God, nothing's changing. It's only been just over a year. You know that, right? It's just been over a year since the president's been in office. And look at all of the changes. Year one. What do you think happens come year 3? Year 4? Be patient. The changes are coming. And I love the haters because now everybody else is in the comments like, you were right, TK. People all saying you were wrong, but you were right again. Listen, I don't mind sitting back and being patient for a month or 2 or 3 and waiting for the facts to drop and then watching all these people go, look stupid. It actually makes my day every time it happens. It happens a lot, doesn't it? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're trying to get maximum entries to get in on my Ram 2500 Power Wagon that we're offering through tksgarage.com and tksgarage.bigcartel.com, now's the time to do it. If you want to get those extra entries, you know me, I don't do the same stuff that other people do. You know, the companies we were sponsoring with, well, they'll change entries or do extra entries at the end. I'm not doing that. You guys know how I do it. I'm very straightforward with it. I do it usually at the beginning, or I don't do it at the beginning and I do it at the very end. So we're doing this one at the beginning. It will close out on the 31st for extra entries. So if you want a shot at that Power Wagon, and the video's up on the channel if you want to go see it, now's the time to do it. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And as always, stay petty, my friends.